Welcome to Tech Now with Tom Lyon, the podcast where host Tom Lyon talks with industry leaders about upcoming technology. Here's Tom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Now with Tom Lyon. We have a special episode today. We're at Supercomputing 18 in Dallas, Texas, where it's much colder than Texas is supposed to be. And I'm here with the cluster computing team from Purdue, which is an all-woman team. And we're going to interview them, go around, see what makes them tick. How are you all today?
We're doing well.
All right.
We're doing well. Mostly with driving. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you should go around, do a brief intro of yourself, and then we can dive into what makes your cluster different.
Okay.
You want to start?
My name's Nicole, and I am a senior in math with computer science. And I've been working on the application Sisal and the mystery app.
I'm Heidi. I'm a junior in computer science, and I've been working with HPL.
Hi, I'm Haejin. I'm senior in computer science. And I'm working on Sisal.
Hello, I'm Claudia. I'm a sophomore in neurobiology with a minor in statistics, and in the competition I've been working on HPL, HPCG, and a little bit with the mystery app.
Hi, I'm Ja, and I'm a senior in computer science. I've been working on the OpenMC app to generate data.
And I'm Jessica Lanham, and I've been working on Horovod as well as being our cluster sysadmin. And thank you for having us on the podcast.
So who wants to tell me the rules of the cluster competition? Because I'm not really familiar. The base, like what benchmarks are you trying to do?
Okay, so we are responsible for running HPL and HPCG benchmarks to the best of our ability under a 3,000 watt power limit. We also have 4 applications to run. 3 of them we knew ahead of time, and we built the applications several months in advance, first on our cluster that we have at Purdue, and then on the cluster that we built when we got our hardware in. And we have one mystery application that we got the day of the competition, and so we're building it here before we run the application.
And when did the competition officially start?
The competition started last night, Monday at 7 p.m.
And it goes till?
And it goes until Wednesday, 7 p.m. It's 48 hours.
Do you have shifts assigned so someone can get sleep, or are you all on?
Yeah, so we've worked out a shift system. We have to have 2 people in the booth at all time while the exhibit floor is open. So in order to do that, additionally, we have the issue of having power shutoffs. The committee has decided that they will shut off our cluster at whatever time they so choose. For sure once, maybe more than that. Our first power outage, maybe our last, we don't know, happened last night around midnight, and we had everybody in the booth at that point, but because of that and needing to bring our cluster back up from a power outage to continue to run our applications, we'd like to have 2 people in the booth 48 hours around the clock.
So is it a GPU intensive thing this year, or CPU and GPU, or?
It's a mixture of the CPU and GPU apps. So basically, one of the more CPU intensive apps was OpenMC, and the other apps like Horovod, Sisal were a bit more GPU intensive.
And how do you get your hardware? Do you have a sponsor, or?
Yeah, so we're sponsored by Dell, NVIDIA, and Mellanox, so we have them to thank for our lovely cluster. Our rack was entirely sponsored by Dell, and we absolutely love that. And we were able to get 12 NVIDIA Tesla V100 GPUs from NVIDIA, and that we're incredibly grateful for, and then additionally our InfiniBand Connect.
How many servers involved?
We have 4 nodes.
4 nodes. Decent. Especially with GPUs, should be screaming along, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
So do you have any sense how you're going to do versus the competition, or is it all up in the air?
I mean, I keep talking about our strategy.
Yeah.
We had hopefully benchmarked applications before we came here, ran tests on the Haynes before we had to ship it in the truck to Dallas. And so we have a rough idea of how applications are going to perform on Haynes. Obviously, there's going to be the curveball of we did not know the data sets ahead of time, so adjusting our methods to that. But hopefully, based upon our previous preparation, we'll be able to have a pretty good run.
Cool. So how long have you been working on all this?
Well, we started training for it in about May, and we also met over the summer to kind of, I don't know, get a start on building Sysol and getting familiar with the applications. I don't know.
And
previously, none of us had any HPC experience whatsoever, except for Nicole. Nicole here is our amazing senior who can talk a little bit more about her research that she did on Halstead Purdue's clusters. But aside from that, we've had 6 months of experience. We really had to buckle down and make sure we could compete as far as that goes. So I'll give it to Nicole, and she can tell you a little bit more about her experience.
yeah, it's a whole different set of tools than throwing something in the cloud, right?
Yeah, so my experience, I did some undergraduate research in game theory, but it required me to use the Purdue cluster Halstead to make this big 5-dimensional data set. So I got practice. I used a little bit of OpenMP, and I was submitting jobs on Tour for my research. So I had a little experience on it.
So I take it it's the first time for this team. Were you involved last year at all?
No, so this is the first time for all of us here at the competition.
Did Purdue have a team last year? Or do you know?
Last year, Purdue advisors worked with Harrison High School.
With what?
Harrison High School, which is a local high school.
Cool.
We've fielded teams before, but this is our first year back.
Yeah. So what's your advice for other people who want to start a team?
I think we've definitely learned a lot at the competition, and so in going forward, I hope that some of our members get to do the competition again, because I think we've learned a lot as far as, just all sorts of technical things. So we have 2 seniors, but we have 4 underclassmen, and
a lot of strength on the bench.
I hope to see them come back and do even better next year.
Very cool.
Well, of course, there's competitions in China. There's competitions in Germany.
There are.
You could do that.
There's ISC at some point. I'm not sure.
June.
We're going.
You got to work those sponsors.
Yeah, we're not going to be going to ISC this year. However, we hope to go next year.
Go to China. Do ASC in the spring.
That's something, again, that we discussed. I think based upon the fact that we have outgoing seniors and need to train people to replace them and that sort of thing, Nicole graduates in December, and that's sort of, we wanted to make sure we could really perform really well for ASC, so making sure that goes well.
Going pro.
Yes, going pro.
So how many computer science majors do we have here? 3, huh? And the rest are doing it for fun, huh?
4 computer science majors, cybersecurity, and neuroscience. So we've got a good spread between applications and also system side.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I wish you all a lot of luck. I'll eagerly expect the results.
Thank you. We appreciate taking the time.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Tech Now with Tom Lyon. We welcome your feedback. And tell your friends to tune in.